opening drive for the Bees on Strongville's 43. Quarterback Beckett Vogren taking a shot downfield to Brian Woodster. What a catch! Bees move those chains. Few plays later, Bees going to Woodster once again. Why not? It's working out. Takes it the distance in for the score. Medina up 7-0. Mustangs trying to get something going on offense. 3rd and 9. Quarterback Jack Kastner takes a shot. He's looking for Alex Espay. He gets his hands on it, but drops it, and Strongsville would punt. Their defense, though, gives them some help. 4th and 4 for the Bees. The pass falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. But Strongsville has a late pick 6. Medina, they go on to win this one 28-25.
Wow.
Division 1, Region 1, the 8-9 matchup. Berea Mid-Park comes in 6-4. Cleveland Heights 5-5. But the Tigers have won 4 in a row. The winner gets St. Ed's. Let's get to Trestle Field. Berea Mid-Park up 20-12 with under 7 to go before the break. Titans with the ball. Quarterback Dylan Papashak. Short pass to Dylan Maddox. And the kid just takes off. Titans would set up shop in Cleveland Heights territory after that huge run. But the Tigers defense said, okay, we've seen enough. 3rd and 11, Dion Solomon. This kid is shot out of a cannon, wraps up Papashak. A huge 3rd down stop. That brings up 4th and 18 for Berea Mid-Park. Look at this pass here. Nick Reese, the kid's going to try and run for the 1st down. Yeah, he doesn't get very far, and it's a 4th down stop for Cleveland Heights. They use that momentum and go get some points. Going to be Jariah Morgan who goes in for the score. 2-point conversion, no good. So 20-18 Titans. We have a 2-point game. Titans respond just before the half. 25 seconds left on the clock. Maddox again in for the score. Berea Mid-Park goes on to win 48-24.
Titans can score. Division 3, Region 9, the 5-12 matchup. Maple Heights 7-3 overall, but only 12 seeded. They got Chardon coming in 6-4. Winner of this one gets VASJ next week. So here we go. Cool, breezy night in Geauga County. Perfect football conditions on a Halloween night. Hilltoppers opening drive lasted 7.5 minutes. They capped it off with a Drayton Allgood sweep in for the touchdown, and Chardon would jump in front 7-0. And then they go for a Halloween trick, the onside kick. The Toppers recover, but no treat on the ensuing drive. Chardon would have to punt the football. Maple Heights finally gets the ball late in the first quarter. Luke Anslover connecting with Mike Banks for a 1st down. Then the first play of the second quarter. So they flip the field, coming the other way. It's Anslover and Banks again. This time it is a 30-yard strike to get them into the red zone. And on the next play, they cash the points. Anslover for Enrique Robertson, 20-yard touchdown. And he lets our cameraman know at the end. And Maple Heights goes into Chardon and stuns the Toppers in overtime, 42-33.
That's a nice shot there. All right, Division 4, Region 13, another 8-9 matchup. The Hubbard Eagles out of Trumbull County. They've lost 2 straight. NDCL 7-3. They're also coming off a loss. The top seed Perry awaits the winner. NDCL hasn't made it past the first round of the playoffs since 2017. Their offense dominant on the opening drive, capped off with a 2-yard rushing touchdown for Braden Ryan. That makes it 7-0 Lions. The Eagles, though, botched their first snap of the game. Brendan Hernan jumps on it. The big senior lineman, what a play, gives NDCL great field position. Brady Capels, their quarterback, fakes a handoff, then fakes a pitch reverse to Blake Dummermuth, cuts inside, leaps in. 14-0 Lions. Second quarter, can't ask for better field position than this. Ryan Powers in for his 2nd of the night. Lions win 35-13, and they will take on Perry next Friday.
All right, so let's move to Division 5, Region 18. Number 7 Fairview, 8-2, hosting Fredericktown from Knox County, also 8-2, a date with number 2 Triway on deck for the winner. All right, first drive of the game, Fredericktown driving. They fake it left. That means they faked me out. Blake Sipes goes in from the right side. It's a touchdown. Freddy's leads 7-0. So then later on in the quarter, Fairview had just tied it. I didn't get that score because I had a night. On the ensuing kickoff, Fredericktown fumbled it. Fairview recovers. They go right to work. Will Allen touchdown. They go up 15-7, and the Warriors win in a shootout tonight. 51-41 over the Freddies.
All right, Division III, Region 9, another 8-9 matchup. Madison comes in 7-3, Kinston 6-4. The winner will get the top seed Canfield next week. And when our camera arrived in the second quarter, it was 31-0 Kinston. That was still the score at halftime. Rolling clock here. Kinston kicker Grady Kacharson lines up from 36 yards. That's good for a 34-zip lead. Kacharson's second field goal of the night. Fourth quarter, Blue Streaks get on the board. Will Randall toss to Brayton Berman. Spins, slips in for 6. Madison went for 2. They got it, so it's 34-8 as some Canfield players watch while they enjoy the bye. Bombers defensive squadron looks like one of the best in the region. Tommy Seafried, shoestring sack. This win was Kinston head coach Jeff Grubich's 104th career win. That's the most in school history.
These kids and these coaches, man, it's you know, a freaking team effort, and we've got great coaches, great kids, great community, and just humbled and proud to be a part of it.
We all bought in, and we listened to the coaching, and we listened to the game plan, and you know, we did what we were supposed to do. We executed well, and we got the win.
All right, so we go to Division III, Region 10. Bottom of the page, it's 5-5 Midview visiting 8-2 Rocky River. Pirates have won 6 of their last 7. Winner of this gets Revere next week. This is one of the weirdest games I have ever seen in my life. Second quarter, River leading 7-0. Ryan Taylor slings it out to Danny Berg. Danny Berg putting on the moves. Danny Berg down the sideline. Danny Berg not gonna get him. Touchdown, Rocky River! Until it wasn't. Flag pulled it back. Stays 7-0 River. Midview goes to work. It's Marcus McMahon. This kid's so good at running the ball, breaking away from the crowd. And they get him down, but he gets the first down, and then they go back to McMahon, and he goes through the line, crashing into the end zone. The Mids get on the board. They tie this thing at 7. River takes over. Taylor can air it out. Looking long. Rowan Kennedy breaking away. Kennedy in. Touchdown. Rocky River until it's not. Another flag. Pulled that one back. So they air it out again. Taylor bombs away right at the end of the half. Brennan Newton says not this time. Turns it into an arm punt. This goes to the break, tied at 7. Third quarter, first possession for Rocky River. It's Taylor pulling it down. Ryan Taylor can throw it. He can also run it. He rips off a 40-yard gain, except it didn't count. This was the story of the night for River. Look at this play here by Tristan Hughes. Breaks a tackle there. Breaks a tackle there. Runs through 3 guys there. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Rocky River, until it didn't count. I've never seen this before. Taylor then into the end zone, except he fumbled. What is going on in Rocky River? Midview recovers. They couldn't do anything with it. Pirates go down the field again. Tristan Hughes. Does it count? Does it actually count? Yes, it does. The Pirates moving on. 20-15, the final. I'm exhausted from that game.
Despite all odds, Rocky River moves on. Good job, Mark. All right, Division 4, Region 14, number 7 Bay and number 10 Cloverleaf. Both teams come in 6-4, but Cloverleaf is on a 2-game losing streak. Let's head down to Bay Village. That's where our Ashley Holder is.
Happy Halloween. We've got a spooky one on tap tonight as the Bay Village Rockets host the Cloverleaf Colts. It is round 1 of the high school football playoffs, and the stakes are high as it's win or go home. First quarter is where we'll start. Isaac Smith with the quarterback keeper goes wide right and makes his way right into the end zone. Colts go up 7-0 at this point. They would add another one on, this time with Ethan Gray on the run. He fumbles but lands on it. Colts go into the locker room up 21-7. Now here's where things get a little interesting. Patrick Cleary looking for the end zone but is picked off by the Colts. Flags go flying with the PI call. Then Grady Porter fumbles anyway. Bay gets it, barely can keep a hold of it, but it sets them up with a fresh set of downs, and they make it work in their favor. Rocco Edradio doing work on the ground, finding the end zone. 21-14 Colts. Now, the Colts make the Rockets pay for that last score. Ethan Gray, once again, this time kickoff, gets loose, takes it 90 yards to the house. We had to speed it up. 28-14 Colts. Then again on kickoff, Bay makes another big mistake and fumbles. gives the ball right back to the Colts. And they do what they've been doing all night long, finding the end zone. This time they do it with Elliott Jordan. Add another 7 on the board. Bay would get another touchdown late, but still it was not enough. Colts answer right back. They win this one, advancing 42-35. Ashley Holder, 19 News.
Now, Schwab's Pick of the Week, sponsored by the Cleveland Furniture Company. Family owned, Cleveland proud.
All right, so for my game, we had a big one tonight. Nordonia's been so good all year. Twinsburg has had their moments. The Tigers a little feisty, right? So I want to see what happens tonight. Here we go. Division II, Region 5, 7-10 matchup. Nordonia, like I said, 7-3. They beat Twinsburg just last month. The Tigers 6-4, but it is a little deceptive of how good they can be. 1-2 of the last 3. Winner gets the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. So
empty backfield again. Fakel, little bubble screen the other way. And again, it's Jackson. This time it's a bigger gain. Dominic Jackson gonna score for the touchdown. His 12th touchdown catch of the year.
Nordonia goes up 7 on that play, but Twinsburg would have an answer. Dylan Fantone looking for R.J. Ruffin, one of his big playmaking receivers, comes down with it. Great catch, 4-point game. Fourth quarter. Fantone again. This team can just air it out to Dylan Kneeslin. And we are tied at 24. 4 minutes to go. Riley Edgehouse on for the field goal from 30 yards, and that is your game winner for Nordonia. The Knights hold on, 27-24.
Hey, that one that they got us on the quarterback, we spilled it to the outside. The number 2 blocked our overhang, and
we may have to stack.
Yeah.
After the break, your chance to put on the headset, listen in on Olmsted Falls head coach Tom DeLuca and his staff on game day. Friday Football Frenzy. We'll be right back.
You're watching Friday Football Frenzy, sponsored by Campo Roof. If you've got a leak or an aging roof, call Campo.
Kickoff return!
Let's go!
Starts at 7:07 because of the TV. Can we widen our receiver out?
Good. But he's got to get to the safety.
All right.
And the problem is there's somebody Martinell on that athletic corner. Stop.
Punt! Let's go! Let's go. We're fine. Let's go. Come on. We're good. Let's go. We're good. Let's go. We're good. We're good. Let's go. Matthew, you're good. They're in 0. Straight up 0. Pitch is it. Good job. Good job. Let's go now, boys. They can't stop us when we're ahead of the chains. Hey, that one that they got us on the quarterback, we spilled it to the outside. The number 2 blocked our overhang, and the Mike.
We may have to staff.
Yeah.
Disguise the trio.
Yes.
As always. Disguise the trio so they don't think we're blitzing. You understand? Here we go.
Slip screen.
We're bringing it again.
Slip screen. Going to try to get one on us now. You guys got me? Look alive. Onside. Sky. Squib. Let's go. Good job, Kai. Good job. Touchdown. One. Let's go.
Keep tackling.
That's great. That's perfect. That's what we want. Hey, you get on him and that's 6 every time. You got me? Good job. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Great job. Great job.
Good stuff there. Well, when Charles Salter came to Twinsburg, he proved change is a good thing. And we're not just talking about how the Tigers were 1-9 before he became the head coach back in 2022. Our Rachel Veda tells us more in this week's High School Football Coaches Beyond the Playbook.
Twinsburg Tigers head coach Charles Salter hasn't just made a difference that you can see on the scoreboard. He's also made history.
The season before you were named Twinsburg's head coach, the Tigers went 1-9. But since 2022, you've turned this team around. What crucial changes have you implemented?
Well, I think it all just comes down to that word culture, but I kind of go away from that word a little bit and I use the I word identity, like who are we as a team? And I think our staff does a really good job at implementing our core values, attitude, and effort to our team, and our team has really caught on to our don't flinch mentality. So I think figuring out who we are as a team, our culture, our identity, that sort of thing.
Not only have you made changes that are evident in the scoreboard, you've also made history as the first black head football coach, not just at Twinsburg High School, but in the entire Suburban League. Tell us what that means to you.
I mean, it means a lot. It means a lot. We try not to talk about it too much and that sort of thing, but it means a lot that we appreciate Twinsburg kind of opening up the doors a little bit there. But it's an amazing feeling. You know, it's just one of those things that we just try to do the best job we can possibly do there.
What is the most important lesson that you teach your players?
It's your attitude. It's your attitude and your effort. Those are two things that don't cost any money. Those are 2 things that you can control every single day. In life, we know that everything's not going to go our way all the time, but how you respond to that is your attitude and how much effort are you getting into what you want to get out of life, not only just on the football field, but off the field as well.
Before you took the helm in Twinsburg, you were the head coach at Bedford. How has your coaching philosophy changed from leading one team to the next?
You know what? Actually, it doesn't change a whole lot. And again, we go back to E&A and that don't flinch mentality that we've kind of really come on the don't flinch mentality here at Twinsburg a little bit more. But just those things, effort and attitude. We had similar core values over there at Bedford when I was there as well. And just, what can you do personally? Do your job and do the best of your ability.
Prior to becoming a head coach, you worked your way up the ranks at a multitude of schools.
Take us through that list.
We'd have to go all the way back to 2011 and 12 with Chippewa High School, and Coach Kevin Wolf gave me my first opportunity back when I was a young guy and coming out in grad school, done playing. And then I went with Coach Scott Garcia at Glen Oak High School in Canton for 2 years and had a really good team there. And then I went to Brush as the offensive coordinator with Coach Fink in 2015. And from there went to Revere High School with Coach Murphy for 2 years as the OC. And then I got my first opportunity to coach at Case Western University in 2018, coach the receivers with Coach Debs. And you learn a lot coaching at the college level. You think you know football until you get to the college level, and it's a lot different at that point. And then from there on, I got my first head coaching opportunity at Bedford, and now I'm at Twinsburg.
What is something that you learned coaching at the collegiate level that you bring back to the high schoolers?
I think really just attention to detail, honestly. The small things, the very little things, the intricacies in and out of different plays, but also, too, everything what you do, from it being very detailed in your schedule, from pregame to postgame to what it looks like on Saturday morning, just having everything in a detailed fashion there is big for your program.
With your storied coaching career, what is something that you want to be remembered by?
I hope it's not wins and losses, to be honest with you. I hope it's more so the relationships I've built with the young men. And I tell those guys all the time, the greatest gift that I could receive from them is, 10 or 15 years down the line, they come back and they say, Coach, I'm getting married. I'd love for you to come to my wedding. Or, Coach, I've had my first child, and I want for you to come to the hospital and see him or her and that sort of thing. So I really just think the relationships that I've had with our players and also relationships with our staff as well.
If you could use one word or phrase to describe your coaching career, what would it be?
I'd say fun is what I'd say. I'd say fun. Just being around all the kids, being around different staffs, being around different people and the friends I've made over the years, it's been a real fun ride.
Welcome back. Back to Division I, Region 1. St. Ignatius got in despite a 1-9 record. They get the 5 seed Perrysburg. The Yellow Jackets come in 8-2. The winner here moves on to face Whitmer.
Making high snap, goes to Colwell. Colwell's into the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown. They lead it 6-0.
And Colwell barreling in from the 1. Ignatius, they're in this thing. They're down 7, 14 seconds left. Colwell again from the 1. We're going to overtime, folks. Perrysburg scored first, so here are the Wildcats. But Colwell loses the ball. That's a fumble recovered by Perrysburg, and that's your ball game. 24-17, the final.
All right, Division II, Region 6, top of the page. Bees from Brecksville hosting Clay out of Lucas County. This is the 8-9 matchup. Both teams come in 6-4. Winner advancing to face Medina Highland. Bees in the home black uniforms. They get on the board first. It's Jacob Atarovich. The camera cannot stay with him. The defense cannot either. It is a 53-yard touchdown. Still in the first quarter, they go back to Atarovich. Why not? Second verse, same as the first. They did capture it on video this time, and it was 13-0 Bees when he scored. They blow it open in the third. Say goodbye to Peter Shermonte. 62-yard scamper and score, and the Bees get the dub at home, 34-14.
Division II, Region 6, a couple of 6-4 teams squaring off in the 7-10 matchup. Olmsted Falls won 3 of its last 4 to get here. The winner of this one moves on to face Avon next week. Olmsted Falls in the home black, and they came out of the gate flying. The give inside to Owen Singleton. He is gone. 39 yards. That makes it 7-0. Still first half. They go up top. Cam Pesh to Logan Connolly, 18 yards. That makes it 28-zip. Bulldogs scored 42 in the first half, but they didn't let up. Here's Connolly again, taking it to the house, 48 yards. And let's give some special teams some love. The kickoff goes to number 21, Owen Radigan, and the sophomore knows what to do with it. Look at him go, 82 yards for the touchdown.
He go.
My goodness, Olmsted Falls wins big, 69-38.
All right, if you missed any of this show, you can catch it again on the stream starting Saturday at 8 a.m. and that's on 19 News Plus. So week 1 of the playoffs in the books. Remember, next week, all those teams on bye, like Avon, Walsh, Highland, all those, they come back into the fold. So we got a busy week next week as well. It's been fun. Week 1 of the playoffs in the books. Week 2, straight ahead. Buckeyes tomorrow. They got Penn State. For Ashley Holder, Rachel Bader, Leah Doherty, I'm Mark Schwab.
What's up, man?
Howdy, howdy.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because you're recording to the entire world.
First, fair, everywhere. 19 News starts now.
Family in shock after a car slams into their home on Thursday, causing some major damage. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Fry. As Michelle Nix explains, this is the latest in what's been a traumatic year for this family.
Tire tracks still mark the spot where a car slammed into this family's home. And while the damage may not look significant from outside, what happened has rocked this family's foundation in more ways than one.
608 Mayfair, 608 Mayfair Drive. I got a report of a vehicle to a house. Driver has not exited the vehicle yet.
I walk down the basement hallway and I find a bunch of dust blowing everywhere, the ceiling's falling apart, cracks in the wall. I'm so confused on what's going on.
Keith Creighton was at his Bay Village home doing laundry when he heard a loud crash that shook the entire house. To the 19-year-old's surprise, a car slammed into his home.
There was a lady sitting there. The airbags were everywhere. She looked confused. There was alcohol containers in the side passenger seat.
Keith's pictures clearly show an alcoholic beverage on the passenger seat. Police have not said if alcohol was in any way involved.
The whole situation has been severe and mental distress for me, just causing a lot of anxiety. She caused major damage to the foundation, the basement walls, Halloween decorations, the landscaping.
For Keith's mom, who rushed home, it's another emotional and traumatic event that her 3 children don't need.
I went into full panic mode as a mother.
The car barely missed the home's gas meter, and Anna Foran says her children still have not recovered from when her heart stopped in January.
Well, I died in front of my own child. I was dead for 17 minutes.
The Bay Village mom says she's thankful her children are safe because the driver allegedly didn't attempt to stop or even swerve away from the home that had 20-foot Halloween decorations displayed in the front yard, as well as yellow caution tape.
As a parent, the whole mama bear wants to come out at me about that.
The driver involved is apparently a neighbor, and the family feels her license should be revoked and their damages covered. Reporting in Bay Village, Michelle Nix, 19 News.
Now your 19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
Let's say good evening to 19 First Alert meteorologist Erica Page. Everyone wanted to know the Halloween forecast. For the most part, the reports that I've heard from, it was pleasant. A lot of kids were out, got candy.
Yep.
So now we look ahead to the weekend.
Yeah.
What's next?
So improving conditions. We've seen some subtle improvements today. That's been the good news for us, especially if you were out and about. And you can actually tell we're starting to see some of those clouds clear out a little bit over downtown Cleveland. So that means any opportunity for rain will become a lot more isolated over, I would say, the next several hours. And the reason I say that is because there will likely be at least some small chance that some of these showers linger into the start of the weekend. And yes, it's likely still a little breezy out there in spots, but both the rain and the wind threats are coming down significantly as we go through the next couple of days. And that's all courtesy to high pressure trying to build in to give us this quieter kind of stretch of days that we'll get before more activity works in early this next week. As for now, Doppler radar sits very quiet. I would expect that to remain the case for at least the next couple of hours. We're still waiting on some of this moisture well off to our west to make its way into northeast Ohio, but that may take several hours before we really start to see that better opportunity moving through. But the fact that we've had the clouds and a little bit more of that wind on hand, it's really limited how much that temperature could drop through the course of this evening. So most of us are sitting mid to upper 40s, still a little wind out there. So there is a bit of a wind chill factored in. Most of us feeling like we're into the lower 40s. So expect that if temperatures fall upper 30s to low 40s tonight, it may feel more so like the low to mid 30s if you're stepping out early on your Saturday morning. We'll talk about where we go from there because there is still an opportunity for rain for Saturday. That's all coming up in just a few.
We continue to follow the latest developments on SNAP benefits. Last-minute rulings from 2 separate federal judges could help tens of millions of Americans put food on the table next month. The judges siding with states suing the Trump administration over the tug-of-war over food assistance that's become part of the shutdown stalemate. And the Trump administration has until Monday to respond. Meanwhile, Democrats in Cuyahoga County holding an emergency news conference earlier today about what they can do for people who rely on food stamps. Harry Boomer with the story tonight.
Thank you for stepping up and answering the call to help residents in need.
County Executive Chris Ronayne, along with Mayor Bibb and others, demanding the state do more to help those losing their SNAP benefits tomorrow if an agreement is not reached before then in Washington.
At this moment, 190,000 Cuyahoga County residents are at risk of losing access to their SNAP benefits at midnight tonight. While the federal government is shut down, our county and our city governments do not shut down.
Access to SNAP and access to health and fresh foods is not a partisan issue. This is about doing the right thing.
Governor Mike DeWine issued an executive order releasing $25 million to help Ohioans on SNAP to get the food they need. But these folks say it's not nearly enough, especially if the government shutdown is prolonged. Down the street at the Settlement House, State Representative Donnell Brewer of Cleveland and other state representatives weigh in on the need for SNAP funding.
What are you asking for? What kind of timetable are you asking for?
We're asking for an immediate timetable.
When these SNAP benefits run out tomorrow and throughout the month of November, we're going to have a hurricane of hunger in the state of Ohio.
There is hope. 2 federal judges ruled a little earlier today that the SNAP program must be funded using at least contingency funds. They're asking for an update by Monday. Harry Boomer, 19 News.
And while there's hope that SNAP benefits could be reinstated on Monday, local organizations aren't counting on federal help anytime soon.
We put out a text and said, "Do you need food?" And the response was overwhelming. Within 25 minutes, we had requests for 238 bagged lunches.
The city mission is relying on community donations and hoping they can provide groceries as well. Meantime, they're asking for volunteers to help pack lunches. A reminder, if you and your family are impacted by SNAP funding and need food, 19 News here helping the community. Scan this QR code now for a list of food banks, pantries, and donation drives happening in your area. Breaking developments tonight in the drowning death of an Elyria teen. The suspect in the case now officially charged. The police chief telling us that Jacob Rosado has officially been charged with involuntary manslaughter and furnishing alcohol to a minor for the death of Vincent Pabon. The 16-year-old's body was found in the Black River after several days of searching. Police said at the time Rosado told them they had been hanging out and drinking near the river all night. Rosado had been held in the Lorain County Jail since August on separate child sex charges. We're waiting to find out when he'll be arraigned on these new charges. New tonight, the St. Christopher School community in Rocky River mourning the tragic loss of a second grader. The Diocese of Cleveland saying Ryan Rodriguez died while his family was on vacation over the weekend. Counselors will be available for students and staff. The school's principal releasing a statement tonight. It reads in part, quote, "Ryan was a joyful presence in our classroom and hallways, a kind friend, a curious learner, and a bright light to everyone who knew him. We are all heartbroken at hearing this terrible news and are keeping his family in our prayers," end quote.
Decades later, the brutal murder of a suburban teenager remains unsolved. Find out what leads police have and how you can help in this week's Seeking Justice.
And we had many events going on tonight across Northeast Ohio, a lot of them pertaining, of course, to Halloween, but maybe you have more that kind of step into your weekend. We're going to walk you through what this entire weekend forecast looks like coming up in just a few minutes.
At Sarah Auto Park, we take care of our customers long after the sale. Discover the difference your drive awaits.
Drive home a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek all-wheel drive, lease for just $199 a month for 36 months. Or step up to the versatile Subaru Outback all-wheel drive, 36-month lease for only $299 a month.
Your next car is waiting at Sarah Subaru. Stop by today.
Sarah Subaru in Akron on the Green Auto Mile.
Live from the 19 News studios, powered by Blind & Sons. For all of your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, this is 19 News.
This week marks 41 years since the brutal murder of a teenage girl from Bedford Heights. And the question remains tonight,